Hello everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear. Today I'm doing an interesting video I've been seeing on Instagram. I believe it was started by PM2 OG, that a lot of people are showing what they call their Walkaway 3. There's a Walkaway 3 challenge going on right now. The way that I interpret that is that if I were to walk away from the knife collecting hobby and only keep 3 knives to be mine forever, what 3 would I keep and why? So it's kind of a fun thought experiment. I figured I'd go through it today. It took me a little while to deliberate through my collection and decide which 3 I would keep and why. But I'll go ahead and run through these one at a time and explain my reasoning. So first of all, I would have to keep my new BGM knives pike. Now, this is something that has not been in my collection for all that long. You guys probably saw me just start testing this knife out recently, but this knife has been nothing but fantastic so far. And the reason why I need to keep a fixed blade like this, or why I'm making it make sense in my head at least, is because if you know me at all, you know I do a ton of hiking. And I really like having a pack knife that I can carry vertically on my pack. And so this is the one that has filled that role and has just been excelling at it. I've really, really enjoyed this knife in that application. And with how much I intend to continue doing that, even if I stopped knife collecting, I would still be hiking all the time. This is just my go-to hiking pack knife. So it makes sense to me that this knife would have to stick around, and it was a no-brainer for this one, frankly. But yeah, the BGM knives pike would definitely be the fixed blade that I would keep. Next, the PM2. The PM2 is one of my all-time favorite knives to carry and to use. This is the Scorpion PM2, the River's Edge Cutlery exclusive in CPM 10V, and this is, by all accounts, my favorite PM2 ever. This is such a killer steel, such a fantastic knife, and this configuration, I love the coloring, I love that it's DLC coated, I love the contrast that provides with these Coyote Brown G10 scales. I've got the MXG deep carry clip on it, that's also black to match. It just, to me, this knife is a perfect larger EDC knife. I intend to use this. I already have been using it. I'm not afraid of putting some wear on it because this is just going to be my forever PM2, and because it's a knife I got with the intention of using forever, and it's something that I wanted for so long and was hoping that they'd come out with it in this steel, it just made a ton of sense for me as like a primary EDC carry knife. This is something that I have no problem putting in my pocket all the time, and I never seem to regret it when it is the knife that's in my pocket and I pull it out to use it. So yeah, PM2, specifically this version in 10V blade steel from River's Edge Cutlery. Lastly, this is a production Para 3, but it's a very special production Para 3. This is the version in Maximet blade steel. Maximet is a phenomenal steel. This knife is still wearing its factory edge, and I have used and carried this knife like crazy for at least 6 months now. It goes in my pocket all the time, either as a primary or as a secondary, and being just that little bit smaller than the PM2, it is a little bit easier to carry. It's got a slightly smaller footprint, and this one just has a phenomenal action. Everything about it is excellent, and I might be kind of a weirdo for putting a Para 3 and a PM2 both as my walkaway choices, but this one in Maximet, this one in 10V, these are just 2 of the best carrying, best performing, most fantastic user knives that I have. And if I was walking away from the hobby, I would be picking knives that I would actually be willing to and enjoy using. That's obviously the real purpose of a knife when you break it down. When you get deeper into the hobby like I am, and you start focusing on collecting or looking for interesting and new and exciting things, then it's easy to get away from the simplicity of what a knife should be. But these 2 are, bar none, my favorite knives in my collection to actually carry, use, and just have in my pocket, be the knife that I pull out when I'm really needing to do a task that a knife actually, that actually calls for a knife, I should say. So yeah, the Maximet Para 3, and it is specific to that version. I've had plenty of Para 3s. I like them all, but this is the one that I would pick. The 10V PM2, again, specific to that version. There's a lot of great PM2s, but this is the one that I've wanted ever since it was rumored that one would ever be created. So the River's Edge Cutlery PM2 is the one. And then the BGM Pike as my fixed blade. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't to you, then no harm, no foul. You can pick your own Walkaway 3. But for me, this, for my lifestyle, is what I think I would regret the least. If I were to keep these 3 knives and get rid of all of the others, heaven forbid, I really hope I don't have to do that. But if that was the case, these would be my go-tos. So I hope that makes sense. That's my Walkaway 3. Thanks for watching.